Boys and girls, I'd like to share with you today a little story about forecasting. So, what you have here is a prediction algorithm that basically takes your last bottom and then a recent peak and calculates a buy zone and a potential future target. So, what you have here is your local bottom. Notice the volume profile going up. Get your recent peak, then everybody sells it. So this is sort of like the pullback area right here. And what we're basically doing is evaluating the performance of this dump to decide what type of market is coming. Okay, so for instance, if you were Matic the other day, this would have just gone straight down, right? That would have been a super fast dump. It was a full retrace, 100% dump. It's probably a bad thing to buy. I mean, you're probably going to get a little bounce. You might be able to do like a 10-minute trade or something, but in this case, it's not really what we're looking at. So typically a pullback is usually about 50% on average between good performing and poor performing bounce metrics. Okay, so in this case, we have our local bottom, we have a recent peak, we take the difference and divide by 2 and we get this median. Okay, so the median is basically your 50% retrace mark. Above the median, let's just say that's a 40% retrace, and below the median, let's just say that's a 60% retrace. Now, you'd expect the market to show a little bit of optimism during this section right here, and what you would expect in return is a slower kind of bleed out that's kind of like a bull flag to get to your buy zone. If it jumps too fast, you don't buy. If it goes to your buy zone and it bounces above your buy zone, like say it started bouncing here and then went up like that, then that's a really strong signal. Now, if it hits your median and then bounces up from there, that's kind of not as strong as a really strong signal. And then if it goes below the median and it only goes to 60% or so, that's also a strong signal that it's going to go back up. But if it goes below the median to like a 65% retrace or a 70% retrace, chances are it's going to keep going down because it just wasn't an optimistic reversal. So generally speaking, this is an algorithm that's designed to predict, a potential future peak by taking this distance right here from the local bottom to the recent peak and then adding it from the median to the target. Okay, so we're basically low, high, find the difference, get your median, and then add this difference to the median to get your target. And that's the way the median program works. So let's take a look at Bitcoin today and see what it is doing. So here we are. That a little bit up, and we have this same exact performance going on here. We've got our low here, we've got our high here, and we've begun our pullback, and it hasn't been a fast pullback. We've actually had 7 hours. This is a 1 hour chart on Bitcoin USD, and somewhere down here is about our 50% pullback, which is what we're kind of expecting, and this would probably be right on this support level right here. So that's why this is an effective point. And this typically, this is like half and that's half, and that's how it kind of gets to half, but that's mathematically predictable. Okay, so once it gets down to there, we'd expect it to sort of be in the same time frame that this run is, which puts us at about December 19th at 12 o'clock UTC, about here. We'll have a turnaround, and then maybe it'll go up from there. So anyways, that's the idea, and we're basically going to determine whether or not this is a bearish continuation by how far the pullback goes. If it goes to 65%, it's probably going to go down to 5K. And if it doesn't go beyond negative 60% pullback and it starts going back up again, then you're looking at the target, which, if I get my handy dandy calculator out here, let's take a look. I'm playing Windows here. So we used a 6430 and a 7448 as our inputs, and our median was 6939, which leaves us a target of 7957 should a 50% retrace occur. So that means that if you have this 50% retrace, this peak is here, and that's sort of your target. But then if it's a weak, or if it's a like 60% pullback, you might lower that a little bit. And if it's a strong, you might raise that target a little bit. So anyways, that's one way to calculate targets using the median prediction algorithm. And I just thought I'd share that with the world. You guys have a nice day.